Thomas Bess is 12 for 19 in the series, a .632 batting average, and the first pitch is in there, and we are underway at 7:07 this evening. First pitch was ball one to Thomas Bess. 1-0 pitch, a strike called, and it's 1-1 strike on Bess. Bess, a good game last night. Our MVP, brought to you by Medical Center Pharmacy for the third game in a row. Thomas Bess, and there's a strike. It's 1-2. We're talking about Edwards pitching for the Braves. His counterpart for Cherryville is Dustin Wilson, a right-hander also. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed by Bess. And there's one out for Josh Beam. Josh Beam, lefty, coming up here against the right-hander Bradley Edwards. Beam's series average after the pitch, ball one. Beam is hitting 1 for 9 in the series in limited playing time, with a number of left-handers pitching for the Braves. Beam not starting some of those games.
Right, he doesn't start against lefties. Coach Reynolds goes with an all-righty lineup.
2-0 pitch swung on and missed. And we know last night's winner, Bates, has pitched 2 games in the series, along with Nate Buchanan as a left-hander, and Beam not starting in any of those games. 3-1 now on Josh Beam. And the pitch. There's a base hit into right field for Beam. And so a one-out single brings up Blake Mostetler, the Blue Mist. Blake last night, a 2-run homer in the bottom of the first that tied the game 3-3. As both teams got off to hot starts last night. But the starter last night for the Braves, Brandon Bates, held Cherryville again to just 6 hits as he did in Game 2 of the series. He won both games. Cherryville scored a few more runs off of him last night than they did in Game 2. Here is Mostetler. Ground ball foul, third base side, strike one on the Blue Mist. Is that yours or mine?
I got it. Got that for you.
For me? Okay, thank you.
Just get it out of my way.
Some good, cool, clear water. And it's 0-1 on Blake Mostetler.
Courtesy of the nice fellas down there in the concession stand.
Absolutely. The 0-1 pitch is a ball. 1-1 strike on Mostetler. Mostetler, starting left fielder.
Had a home run last night. 2 in the series, right?
Yep, that's right. Runner going to second, throw down, and he is out at second. Oh, they had Beam out by several steps there.
Oh, yeah.
2-6 put out, 2 down, and the count will be 1-2 strikes on Mostetler. And the 1-2 pitch. There's a fly ball to left. Will it get in or out of play? Foul ball. Foul ball, and it'll still be 1-2 strikes on Mostetler. With 2 out now and nobody on. Best struck out, Beam single, but he's thrown out trying to steal second. And the pitch is called, strike 3 on Mostetler. So Cherryville's gone in the top of the first. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We've played a half inning. It's Cherryville 0, and the Gaston Braves coming to bat on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
Friends, let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace, get help quickly from people who know their stuff, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend projects.
Ace, the helpful place.
Hi, Hi, I'm Sherry Hefner, the pastor's wife at the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Teach your children the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it." As a mother of 4 teens and young adult children, I can attest to the many challenges of Christian parenting in these modern times. That is why this scripture is such a comfort to me. I can rest assured knowing that regardless of the choices my children may make in life, they can never get away from the godly upbringing that my husband and I have provided for them. Are you laying a godly foundation for your children? This is Sherry Hefner of First Baptist Cherryville, where we strive to accomplish all things through Christ.
Buy one, get a second at half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27 west of Lincoln. Ask about their buy one, get one half price specials. On Mondays, it's a poor boy basket. Tuesdays, a cheeseburger basket. Wednesdays, a barbecue basket. Thursdays, a chicken filet basket. And on Fridays, it's a big old fish basket. Buy one, get one half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27, 2 miles west of Lincoln. And be sure to use their convenient drive-through window.
Bottom of the first inning, and leading off for the Braves, Dustin Wiles. He'll be followed by Jarkey Hopkins and Spencer Wiles. Dustin Wiles, left-handed batter up. Ground ball, base hit between the second base bag and Brett Huff, second baseman. So lead-off single for Wiles. Dustin Wilson on the mound for Cherryville starting this game 6. Jarkey Hopkins, the batter up. Wiles in the series against Cherryville, batting .300, but a lot of those hits coming last couple of games. Hopkins, meanwhile, is 4 for 16. Here he has a base hit between short and third, and it's back-to-back singles for the Braves in the bottom of the first. And it's been first pitches each time for Wiles and Hopkins that they singled off of. And Kaiser already out to the mound with runner at second. And they'll change up the signs maybe, and that'll bring up Spencer Wiles.
I already got a visit from Coach Reynolds.
Yep, Coach Reynolds coming out quickly. He's seen 2 pitches and 2 base hits by the Braves off his starter, Dustin Wilson. And he wants to check with the entire infield there on the mound. The teams for the tournament, Cherryville only hitting slightly better than the Braves in the series. I said tournament series. Cherryville hitting .235 and the Braves hitting .231 in the series.
And the Braves actually have 2 more hits in post 100 and equals out to about 7 more at-bats too.
That's right. That's exactly right. And the batter up is Spencer Wiles, who's 4 for 22. That's a 182 batting average in the series. All right, nobody out. Runners first and second. Spencer Wiles shows bunt. Throw to first. A little better throw. Might have had Hopkins. And it's 1 ball and no strikes on Wiles. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bunt is fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike to Spencer Wiles. Cherryville using 4 pitchers last night, including the starter, Cameron High. Been a while since High had started a game, and he did pretty well.
Yes, he did. Did a pretty good job there on the mound, and just unraveled there late in the game for post 100.
Cherryville after the pitch here. Here's a swing and a miss by Wiles. Cherryville then, after High, they went to Heath King, then Josh Beam, then Chandler Jenkins last night. Starting Dustin Wilson tonight. 1-2 count on Spencer Wiles, and the pitch swung on and missed. Struck him out. One of the strange things about baseball is how do you go from 2 pitches and 2 hits to striking out the next batter? That's just baseball for you. That's like winning 18-1 one night and losing 10-2 or something the next night.
Coach Reynolds went out there and told him what to do, Milton.
I guess he did. Strike him out.
Yep.
Here's the big guy. Fly ball to left, and the left fielder, Blake Mosseller, will get there in time. and that is Logan Armstrong on the flyout for out number 2. And it'll be up to Logan Walden. Walden really a killer last night in the game against Cherryville. Walden in limited action is batting .500, 4 for 8. I think 3 of those hits might have been last night for Walden. Yes, they were, including a home run. All four of his hits in the series were last night. 3 singles and a home run. 2 out here, 2 on, bottom of the first. No score, pitch outside. Ball 1, Walden is a left-handed DH, batting in the 5th spot. He pitched against Cherryville a couple nights ago, was the loser in Game 4. Pitch is right-handed. Bats left, and Wilson steps off. It's very hot out there this evening, only part of the infield in shadows right now. They are right across the pitcher's mound, those shadows. Swing and a miss. 1-1 strike on Walden. Long evening shadows here. Batter again, Logan Walden. Left-hander steps back in now. The count 1-1 strike as the umpire had walked out toward the pitcher, Dustin Wilson. Now he's back and we're ready to go. Ground ball to third. Hastings will race to third for the force out on Wiles. 5 unassisted. For out number 3, it's a fielder's choice for Walden. And that'll do it for the Braves. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. And we've played an inning, no score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the second. Seth Weekly, the DH for Cherryville. First pitch fouled off right side. Strike 1. Weekly, Hastings, and Jenkins for post 100 here. Top of the second. No score. If you're just tuning in, Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. This is B Square Construction post 100 baseball. And next pitch from Edwards is ball 1. 1-1 strike on Weekly. Weekly playing first base the other night down here, or was that last night he made those big plays at first? It was last night he started at first. 0 for 4 last night, but in the series, let's check his stats here on the 2-1 pitch is fouled off. In the series, Weekly hitting .263. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good.
Or 2 balls, 2 strikes on Seth Weekly. And the wind and the pitch outside. 3-2. Weekly leading off the top of the second here. Cheryl's had 1 hit in the game, a base hit in the first inning. That's high, ball 4. A hit by Beam in the first inning, and Beam was thrown out trying to steal second. Edwards faced the minimum after that, and then Weekly leads off here with a walk. It'll bring up Dylan Hastings.
That's the highest he's been up in the lineup for in a little while.
Yeah.
Up to 5th in the lineup. He's been batting about 6th or 7th.
And he's hitting .400 in the series in limited plays, 4 for 10. And the pitch, to right field. Right fielder back, and makes the catch. And that'll keep Weekly back at first base as Hastings flies out on the first pitch from Edwards, and one down brings up Chandler Jenkins.
First baseman, Chandler Jenkins.
Chandler Jenkins playing first base tonight, left-handed hitter in limited play. He's 200, batting 200 in the series against the Braves. And the pitch, ground ball, second baseman. He goes right through his legs. E4, runners safe first and second.
There's no other way to describe that, Milton. It did. It just went right through his legs.
Just didn't get the glove down on it.
Nope.
That is second baseman Aaron Biggerstaff.
And our first error of the game. You know, Milton, if we'd have got an error sponsor, somebody owed us a lot of money.
Oh, me.
We didn't think about that.
That's right. Brett Huff, the batter up. And the pitch is high ball one to the Cherryville second baseman, Huff. One out, 2 on for Cherryville, top of the second. Here on the road, game 6 of the series. Must win again tonight for the Gaston Braves. Cherryville can wrap it up and start preparing for the state tournament with a win tonight. Here's the 2-0 to Huff, and there's a base hit into left center. Center fielder will cut it off. Here comes Weekly home with run number 1 for Cherryville, an RBI single for second baseman Brett Huff. Good job of hitting there by Huff. Down at second is Jenkins. Scoring on the play, Seth Weekly. 1-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
Huff moved down to the 7th spot in the lineup, responds with a base hit.
And Spencer Stamey, who's responded to his playing time in the series, is batting .412. Spencer, the batter up here. It's only 1 out. And the pitch, low and away. Ball 1 to Stamey. Stamey didn't get a hit last night. He walked one time, 0 for 3 last night. But a good series for Spencer. And he drills one here. High fly, right center. Center fielder over, and catches it on the run. Runner at second. Jenkins tags up. He'll go to third base, and 2 out now on the deep fly out by Spencer Stamey.
Stamey flies out for the second out of the inning.
Runners on the corners for Luke Kaiser. Kaiser in the top of the 9th last night had that with runners on, 2 on, and nobody out. He had that line drive to center field that nobody was sure if the center fielder called it or not. Apparently he did, but 4 umpires and nobody made the call. And Cherryville ended up with a runner picked off at second.
Well, I guess they figured they couldn't get it right last night. Now they only got 3 umpires and saved a little money.
Yeah. And a runner going from first, throw down. One hops in there. He's out at second. And the old double steal didn't come through for Cherryville that time, as the runner from first, Huff, is picked off before the runner at third, Jenkins, can get home. So it is a pickoff that goes 2-6 on Huff. And Cherryville gets 1 run in the inning on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 on Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing. Here's your card. What was that? It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee. You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union. She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those paintings go away.
Here's your receipt.
It's time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln, Husqvarna, taming the wild.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second. Cherryville leading 1-0. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. Justin Williams, the batter up. Williams, Perry, and Biggerstaff, 6, 7, and 8 spots in the Braves lineup. And first pitch from Wilson to Williams is ball 1. Williams had the big double last night with the bases loaded. That made it an 8-5 game. Later on, the Braves would add another run and going to win 9-5. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Williams from Wilson. Next pitch, a ball. 2-1. Williams, third baseman, right-handed batter for the Gaston Braves. And it's ball 3. 3-1 count. Braves got 2 hits in the top of the first, but then Wilson settled down. Got a strikeout, a fly out, and a fielder's choice to end the inning. There's ball 4. So a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second brings up Derek Perry. Perry on the series is just batting under 200, 188, while Williams, who had the big hit last night, coming into tonight, he's only 167 for the series. Here's a fly ball, right fielder. Going back, circling under at beam, makes the catch. Got a little bit twisted around on that one, but recovered in time to make the catch. And that'll send Williams back to first base with 1 down. And batter up is Aaron Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff hitting .211 in the Area 4 finals. Those stats up to date through last night, thanks to David Keever, WLON. Appreciate him. He brought those up to us. And the pitch is a ball to Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff last night was batting second in the order. He's batting 8th tonight. And the pitch, a ball high, no throw to first, but Kaiser looked that way. 2-0 Aaron Biggerstaff.
Post 100 leads, bottom of the second inning, 1-0 on the Mr. Sparky House Drug scoreboard. Fly ball deep left field.
Left fielder Mostetler makes the catch for out number 2.
Almost got to that little hill out there right before the fence here at South Point High School. They got the fence up on a little hill out there in left field, and you guys can see it there behind Blake. Had a player hurt his arm on a steal, and then he reactivated it out there.
Yeah, falling.
In the first game, Wiggs, and he's in a cast now. But if that fence was any further in, though, if it was below in front of that fence, you'd have like a 280,
a very
275 gap.
Even with this year's bats, be a lot of home runs. Here's the batter, Patrick Horn, the catcher, and it's ball 1 on Horn. Runner at first on the leadoff walk. That's Williams. Been a fly out to right and a fly out to left. Patrick Horn, the batter here, 1 ball, no strikes on Horn. Horn only had 1 hit in the series. Here's a ground ball at shortstop from his knees. Will go to second for the force on Williams. That's Stamey to Huff on a good play. And that'll do it for the Braves in the bottom of the second. A fielder's choice for Horn. And this inning summary, no runs on, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We've played 2. It's 1-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
For over 50 years, Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville has been locally owned and operated. Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville specializes in auto parts, paint, hydraulic hoses, and more. Plus, they have an experienced and knowledgeable staff working to serve you, no matter what your automotive needs are. See Drew and his crew of automotive specialists at Napa Auto Parts, 905 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-4581 today. Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club.
All right, we go to the third inning here in Belmont. And batter up for Cherryville is Luke Kaiser. Kaiser, Bess, and Beam this inning. And Kaiser, a couple of hits in the series. If he can do it right here up the middle, he get his third hit on the first pitch from Edwards. Right up the middle, almost took Edwards' foot with him.
Yep, good piece of hitting right back up the box. And most of the times when you hit it right back up the middle, you're going to end up with a hit.
Yeah, if it doesn't hit off the pitcher first and go somewhere else. So Kaiser, a leadoff single. That is the third hit for Cherryville. They lead 1-0. Mr. Sparky Hauser drug scoreboard. And Thomas Bess, who struck out swinging in the first inning, is up here. And a pitch from Edwards, a strike.
Had to been a good pitch to drive there.
Mm-hmm. Bess might not see a better pitch this at bat. Struck out on a 1-2 pitch in the first inning. And the pitch here, curveball, drives it to center. Center fielder in to make the catch, and there's one out. Bess down, brings up Josh Beam. Beam had a single in the first, thrown out trying to steal second. Cherryville's one run coming in the second inning. A leadoff walk by Weekly. He later scored on the RBI single by Huff. Check swing. Ball one on Beam. Beam, right fielder, left-handed hitter. The 1-0 pitch from Edwards popped up. And this is going to be the shortstop on the edge of the grass. Got the catch, and there's two out. Two out for Blake Mosteller. Blue Mist Blake Mosteller, two-run homer last night. A strikeout ending the first inning tonight.
Runner on first, top of the third. Post 100 leads 1-0. Hard hit ball down the line, foul.
Just missed getting extra bases there. The Blue Mist, through 5 games, his series averaged .222. His first at bat last night in the bottom of the first, had 2-run homer that tied the score 3-all. Here's the 0-1 pitch, a ball, 1 strike. Blake Mosteller, right-handed hitter out of Cherryville High School and Catawba Valley Community College pitcher. And there goes the bat. Look out. Up in the stands, the bat went.
Stands, Clint. Can you get that on your...
And I didn't know. I was watching the bat, not watching the ball. Where'd he go with that on that? I mean, where'd the ball go? Where did the ball go? It was ground out to first. Okay, 3 unassisted on I was watching the bat.
Well, the bat went into the stands.
And the bat went in the stands. So the 3 unassisted on Mosteller will end the inning. Cherryville gets no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. So we played 2.5. We go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky Hauser drug scoreboard. Speed Square Construction, Post 100 baseball. Construction.
Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville. The Car Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by and see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. The Car Store now does inspections, oil changes, tire and wheel changes, along with brake service, paintless dent removal, and minor repairs. The Car Store in Cherryville is locally owned and operated for 20 years on the Lincoln Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Let them earn your business. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Call 704-435-1988.
Bottom of the third, 1-0 Cherryville. Batter up top of the order for the Braves, Dustin Wiles. Wiles, Hopkins, and Wiles, Spencer Wiles, about third this inning. Dustin Wiles, a single in the first. Left-handed batter up for the Braves here, the center fielder. And the pitch bunted back to the pitcher. Wilson, throw in time. 1-3 on the put out of Dustin Wiles by Dustin Wilson, the pitcher for Cherryville. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah. Doesn't sound fun.
Dustin to Dustin, Wilson, Wiles to Wilson. However you want to say it there. Brings up Jarkey Hopkins, a single in the first. Right-handed batter is Hopkins. Pitch inside, ball 1. Hopkins, the left fielder. Right-handed batter. And the pitch. Close, no cigar on that one. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 count. 1 out, nobody on. And that one's inside. 3-0 on Hopkins. Dustin Wilson has given up 2 hits and he has walked 1 batter in the early going here. We're in the bottom of the third, 1-0 Cherryville. And the pitch, a strike. 3-1 on Hopkins. Like a real shaky start for Wilson. 2 pitches, 2 singles in the first. Then he struck out a batter, got a fly out, and got a fielder's choice. There's a base hit for Hopkins to left field. He's 2 for 2 on the evening. And that will bring Spencer Wiles, the batter, up. Spencer Wiles struck out swinging in the first inning. That chair's a death trap, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to get it at one point.
I'll hold on to the chair a little bit.
I'm gonna eat. My back of my head's gonna eat concrete sometime.
Here's the ground ball to shortstop. Stamey's only play to first. Dug out, got him. Good play over there for first baseman Chandler Jenkins on the stretch and digging that throw out. That was low from Stamey. 6-3 ground out. Hopkins down at second, but there's 2 out now for Logan Armstrong. Armstrong a fly out to left. His first time up tonight, back in the first inning. Armstrong, big first baseman, bats right-handed. And Wilson steps off here. The sun right now really in the eyes of the left fielder, third baseman, shortstop. Here's the pitch, blown away. 1 ball and no strikes. Set Cherryville's defense again for you. Of course, Wilson pitching, Kaiser the catcher, Chandler Jenkins to start at first base tonight. And here's a ground ball to Spencer Stamey, the shortstop. And this time a better throw, and that'll do it. I'll finish the rest of that Cherryville infield a little bit later on. As that's out number 3. No runs for the Braves, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. We played 3. It means 1-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky, how's your drug scoreboard? This is B Square Construction Baseball.
TRT Trailer Sales stocks one of the largest selections of trailers nationwide. No matter what you're looking for, TRT Trailer Sales has it or can get it. Motorcycle trailers, gooseneck and concessions, race trailers, go-kart trailers, V-nosed, horse trailers, and of course utility trailers. Name brands include Shadowmaster, Cargo Express, and more. 90 days same as cash, just in credit, $0 down. TRT Trailer Sales off Highway 321, exit 20 just south of Lincoln. 1-877-279-7465.
Thinking about remodeling your home? Or maybe you're even thinking about building a new home, or maybe a new building out back. Either way, call on the building experts at B Squared Construction. Get your project started today. From decks to roofing to kitchen and bath to siding to gutters. Also window and door replacement. With over 40 years of combined experience, B Squared Construction. Call Brad Beatonhead at 201-4453 or Banjo Strap at 704-713-8296 to get your project started today.
Top of the fourth coming up here. Cherryville Seth Weekly will lead it off. Weekly, Hastings, and Jenkins here for Cherryville up 1-0. And Weekly, a fly ball to left. Left fielder there to make the catch. And there's one away. There in left field is Hopkins.
Well hit ball for Weekly, just right at somebody.
Batter will be then Dylan Hastings. Dylan fly out to right field. A tough play for the right fielder in the second inning, but he made the catch near the line. This time he pops up on one pitch, and it's going to go to the center fielder for the put out. 2 pitches, 2 out. And they bring up Chandler Jenkins. Jenkins in the second inning reached on an error. Cherryville scoring its 1 run back in the second. Weekly led off with a walk. Then the Hastings flyout. Jenkins' error. Weekly wound up at third. Weekly then scored on Brett Huff's RBI single. And this is a base hit over the leaping shortstop Perry for Jenkins. Jenkins is trying to get it going here for Cherryville then with 2 out. He gets a base hit. And it'll bring up Huff. Huff 1 for 1 on the night. The RBI single in the second. Nice hit it was for Huff, who's been struggling not only this series, but previously as well. And the pitch is tight inside, tight, 1 ball and no strikes.
You folks watching at home, you can live chat with Min Milton as always with your Facebook and Twitter accounts. Just log in there in the video, right below the video player. Pop up to the catcher. He's going to have a chance.
Yep, catcher comes over, but it's going to get up on the bank there in front of the bleachers on the first base side. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Huff.
Rick Mitchum wasn't so lazy. He could have got up and caught that ball.
I know. Rick or David Keever. From WLON sitting outside tonight behind the brick wall.
They're in the shade. They probably feels good out there.
They do have some. They got a big fan pointing right at them. I don't know who that fan is, but he needs to set that. No, it's not the other kind of fan. Here's a ground ball to shortstop, and Perry will go the short route for the force on Jenkins, 6-4 put out, and that'll retire Cherryville, a fielder's choice for a Huff. Cherryville, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 1-0 Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slip covers, ropes, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and is also the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. For more information, call 704-435-4909.
College Building Supplies in Dallas can save you money on kitchen and bath cabinets, exterior siding, all-size lumber, treated and regular. 5E galvanized metal starts at $15.49 per sheet. Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square or $14.99 a bundle. College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649.
It's the bottom of the 4th here at Belmont. Game 6 of the Area 4 Finals. Cherryville leading 1-0, and in the series, Cherryville leads 3-2.
Wave his handy out there, Milton. He's got us on.
Oh, hello. Wherever you are. All right, here we go. Foul ball off the bat of Logan Walden. Walden, a fielder's choice in the first. Strike 1 here on Walden. Walden, 4 big hits last night, including a 3-run homer in the first inning. The left-handed batter waits, and the pitch from Wilson down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 from Wilson. fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes remains the count.
You're watching live American Legion Baseball on WhatsAppShopper.com, brought to you by B Squared Construction. And it's 1-0 on the Mr. Sparky and Hauser Drug scoreboard. Coming up later in the night, folks, we're going to have the What's Up Local Celebrity of the Game again.
All right, here's a fly ball to right. Hit well. Beam comes in. Now he has to back up, but he still makes the catch and then hits the fence. A fly out to right for out number 1 brings up Justin Williams. Walden gave that one a little ride, but
yes, he did.
Good job by Beam to recover. He broke in on it and then had to start retreating. Lights coming on here at the ballpark.
Thought by now we would have seen a home run out that right field porch, man. Only 3:05 down the line.
Here's Williams. Williams a walk, leading off the second. Strike 1 from Dustin Wilson. Get a little breeze tonight. See the flag in center field standing out, blowing a strong breeze. 0-1 pitch, curve ball, third baseman. Hastings knocks it down. Will he have a chance? Throw to first, not in time, and it gets away. And the runner at first will stay put. I don't know, Kevin. Probably should have fielded that one cleanly. They've already put an E on the board. There it is, so yeah. Cherryville's first error. Each team with an error now. Errors are getting to be too common for both teams in this series. Outside to Perry, ball 1. Whoever makes it to the state tournament, they got to clean up that part of their game.
Well,
I don't know if you can do it at this point in the season.
No.
I don't know. 1-0 pitch is low. 2-0.
The problem is that, you know, you can get by with something like that in a 7-game series, but when you're playing a double elimination tournament, you need to be minding your P's and Q's, dotting your I's and crossing your T's, and the way they've been playing defense, that's not going to fly in a double elimination state tournament.
3-0 quickly on Perry here from Dustin Wilson. Derek Perry, the shortstop, right-handed batter up. 1 out, 1 on. There's a strike. And that's a pretty generous call, I guess, on 3-0, anything close. 3-1 pitch, ground ball, third base. Hastings got it to second for 1, down to first. Can't get him at first, and Perry will head to second as the throw gets away, and he is in second. So Williams out 5-4 on the force play at second. A fielder's choice for Perry, then goes to second on the error from the second baseman. Throw to first. 2 errors on Cherryville this inning alone. An extra chance or 2 now for the Braves. It brings up Aaron Biggerstaff with the man at second. 2 out, and it's 1-0 Cherryville. Bottom of the 4th. Braves could tie it here on a hit in the outfield. Pitch from Wilson. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Biggerstaff. Biggerstaff a fly out to left. His first time up tonight. And the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2-0. Aaron Biggerstaff playing second base. Right-handed batter for Gaston Braves. And the pitch. 2-0 swung on and missed. 2-1 count now. The Braves down by a 1-0 score, a must-win game. Here's a high pop fly to center field. Bess draws a beat on it, waits on it to come down for out number 3. Summary, no runs on no hits, 2 errors, 1 left. We go to the 5th inning, still 1-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky, Hauser Drug scoreboard. You're listening to B Square Construction Baseball.
Cherryville Federal Bank makes switching a snap. Every bank has a switch kit. But ours has a name and a face, a real person ready to walk you through all the details. Automatic drafts, direct deposit, tracking down numbers and details. Completing the process. We do everything we can to make switching a snap. So the sooner you get started, the better. Cherryville Federal Bank. It's just better here. Member FDIC.
Your home medical equipment is found at the drugstore with 3 convenient locations in Lincoln, Boger City, and in Vail. At the drugstore, you are treated like family. They are locally owned and operated and catering to the needs of people like you. So if you're in the market for home medical equipment, visit your nearest drugstore location in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln, the Carolina Shopping Center in Boger City, and in Honey Shopping Center, located on Highway 10 in Vail. Today's game is being...
All right, we go to the 5th inning. Still 1-0 Cherryville. Cherryville scoring a run in the 2nd inning. And leading off here will be Spencer Stamey. Stamey, Kaiser, and Bess here for Cherryville, post 100. Looking to get a victory here and wrap up this Area 4 final series. And here's a drive by Stamey going into the left center, get down for a base hit. Hopkins knocks it around a little bit out there in left center, but comes up with it to hold Stamey to a single. So good job for Stamey to get back in the hitting act there as he went over last night. 1 for 2 on the night now, and brings up Luke Kaiser. Luke a single leading off the 3rd and left stranded at first base. It's followed by a fly out, a pop up, and a ground out. Luke bunting, third base side, good bunt, good bunt. They will not get Kaiser or Stamey.
That's a base hit bunt there, Milton, for Luke Kaiser out of the 9-hole.
He's 2 for 2, and Cherryville's got something going here in the top of the 5th with nobody out. 1st and 2nd. Let's see if nothing crazy can happen now, Kevin. Seems like here late, Cherryville been bit by the bad luck bug in good inning starts.
Oh, I'm sure somehow Thomas will line into a triple play or something.
It wasn't Thomas, but it almost happened last night in the 9th, almost a triple play.
Yes, it was.
It ended up being a double play. Took Cherryville out of a great situation to a very bad situation. Here's the pitch. A strike to Bess. Bess is an untypical overnight. He struck out swinging in the 1st, and he flew out to center in the 3rd. Strike 1 to count here from Bradley Edwards, the right-hander for the Braves here. And Bess waits, asks for time to pitch anyway. And it's a ball, 1 strike. Umpire didn't grant time. Bess didn't
doesn't have to.
Not
it's not a rule.
Nope. And Bess didn't get his hand up till way late there. So the pitch counted, but it was a ball. 1-1. And here's a ground ball hit at the second baseman. 4-6. Oh, and where'd that ball go? It hit the runner, Kaiser. And let's see if this run coming home will count. That's Stamey who scores. Kaiser, they said, was hit by the throw from the shortstop. The ball went way. I thought it deflected off something.
It hit Kaiser in the hand, and Kaiser's throwing hand. He's holding it.
Yeah, Kaiser's throwing his holding hand.
And the runner on second ran all the way home, so we're going to see what happened here.
Coach
Reynolds is going to.
They're coming out to
having
confer.
a conversation now. You guys can see it online.
Kaiser was going from first to second on the ground ball. It was a 4-6 force on Kaiser. Bess.
Well, he's called Bess out at first for interference is what happened.
On Kaiser?
That's why Coach Reynolds is arguing. If you interfere at second, the guy at first is out.
Yes.
So that's what
now
Coach Reynolds is having to talk about. Well,
is there 1 out or 2 outs? Should be 2.
As soon as they called it dead, that's where the runner was. So he didn't cross the plate until after it was called dead. So he's probably going to have to go back to third. So we're going to have 2 outs.
Kaiser holding that right hand.
And a runner on third, probably.
I hope Kaiser is okay. Now, Coach Reynolds heading back to his third base coaching box. They haven't.
Yeah, he's got to put him back on third.
Stamey's going to have to go back to third.
Thomas is out.
Thomas is out. It's a double play ball. Wow. Best hitting into a 4.63.
Now he can't go to. He don't have to go to second base. He'd have been at third. That don't make any sense.
Well, that's totally.
No, that
wrong.
don't make any sense. He advanced on the double play to third.
Now, Betty.
Now wait a minute.
That can't be.
No.
That can't be right. Stamey was already at second.
Yeah, there was an out at second. Luke Kaiser was thrown out.
Kaiser was forced out at second. How do they put Stamey back on second base?
I don't know about this one, Milton. Coach Reynolds should be having a cow or something right about now about that.
All right, here is the batter, Josh Beam, and a count 2-0 on Beam. Yeah, I can't figure that at all. He should no worse be at third base. But how they put him back on second? He hadn't made third? Okay. Getting explained to us here that he hadn't made third base before the interference happened, but I don't know. It's 2-0 on Beam then. And Beam fouls it off.
Well, the law of physics says he should be on third base.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They said he didn't acquire third, maybe, but
yeah, hadn't got to third yet.
I mean, he'd have been sitting on third eating marshmallows with Bobby Dale.
Yeah. 2-1 on Beam then, and we said when Cherryville started out with 2 on and nobody out, if something crazy doesn't happen, and something crazy happened.
We
of
had
all
an
the
interference,
things.
and the guy who was on second had to go back to second.
Now the big concern is how is Kaiser's hand?
Yeah.
Well, he was holding, and there's a swing and a miss by Beam to retire the side. So just like that,
wow.
Cherryville's out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Cherryville. Mr. Sparky, how's your drug scoreboard?
Been brought to you by R&M Motors, Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop of Cherryville. R&M does all types of major and minor repairs, including custom exhaust and inspections. Plus, they sell cars, trucks, and custom and stock golf carts, plus 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, and more. In the pawn shop, you'll find guns, gold and silver, and everything in between. And they buy and trade at R&M Motors, Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop, both located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger takes this time to invite you to Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry in Cherryville and Cherryville Dental Clinic. You'll find a state-of-the-art facility with excellent dental care from their competent and caring staff, offering a wide array of preventive, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, and they strive to improve your dental health and a higher quality of life. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry, 1015 East Church Street in Cherryville, and Cherryville Dental Clinic, 106 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Visit the website at CloningerDentistry.com.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0, and Cherryville leads Patrick Horn. First pitch, and it is strike 1 on Horn. Horn, a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. We'll get back to the ruling a moment ago in the top of the 5th. Got it officially here. Is a be a little bloop single for Horn up the middle. Just a little Texas leaguer there, leadoff single. And we are given the official ruling. When it's interference, the umpires ruled it correct. It's where you started the play when there was interference. It's where you started the play. So, Stamey going back to, is your mic messed up? I've got you turned up here.
There we go.
There we go. So Stamey was put back at second. With 1 on and nobody out, here's a bunt. And Wilson wanted to go to second. Nobody covered the it was Stamey. Huff had left second base to go over to first on the bunt. Stamey didn't get to second. And there was no play for Wilson. He wanted to go to second.
Well, is that a hit, Milton?
Nobody there. Yeah. Nobody at second, and it wasn't a time to get him at first. So here comes Coach Reynolds quickly marching out of the dugout. He wants to have a word with these infielders again as the Braves have something going here. That was Horn who led off with the bloop single to center field, and then Wiles, the bunt single. I guess you have to give him a hit. There was no error. Just nobody covered the bag.
Well, let's do this.
I could say it's a fielder's choice because Dustin looked at second, but there was nobody there to field the ball. He could have easily had Wiles at first had he immediately gone to first, but he thought he had a play on the man at second, and there wasn't anybody covering the bag for Cherryville. Coach Reynolds back now, you were going to say?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that last play and how he ends up at second. I mean, it's like he's a ghost runner or something. I mean, I don't know.
Here is Hopkins, another bunt. This is a good bunt, third base line. It's a single for sure. Bunt single for Hopkins, and trouble time. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Braves here in the bottom of the fifth, down 1-0. And big trouble now in Belmont for Cherryville with the batter up, Spencer Wiles. Number 3 batter in order is Wiles. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Dustin Wilson on the mound for Cherryville with the first and third baseman for Cherryville playing in almost on the grass. Middle infielders are back. Here's a fly ball to center. Bass has caught it. Runner at third will tag. Here comes the throw home. He's going to be safe at home. Throw got there. It was on the mark, but just a little bit late. Scoring on the sac fly is Horn to tie the ball game. It's a sac fly and an RBI for Wiles, out number 1, and runner still at first and second, and that brings up Logan Armstrong.
Yeah, the bounce messed him up there, Milton. When he hit the grass, it just caught up and popped straight up in the air and floated right in front of Kaiser and held it up, stopped all the momentum the ball had, and Kaiser caught the ball late, couldn't make the tag. Could have used a cutoff man on that play.
It's good to see Kaiser back out there after getting hit in the hand in the top of the fifth when he was running to second. The ball hit him in the hand. And here's ball 1 to Armstrong.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out.
The pitch. Ground ball to second. 4 unassisted at second. Throw to first. In time double play. But we are tied in the bottom of the fifth after the 3 singles to lead things off, and the sac fly ties it up. The inning summary for the Braves: 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. And we go to the 6th inning, tied up 1-1. Mr. Sparky, how's your drug scoreboard?
Having so many policies with different providers makes everything confusing.
Man, when you bundle your home, auto, and life insurance policies with Nationwide, will help you feel more protected and even save you up to 25%. I think you can take it from here, right?
Nationwide is on your side.
Call your local Nationwide agent, Sandy Cunningham in Cherryville today at 704-445-1990.
Get it cranked with a stop at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. They start all the winners. They do it all at Phil Starter and Alternator, from starters to alternators, generators, rebuilt and repairs. With 2 locations, 457 Paul H. Beam Road and 319 East Main Street, both in Cherryville. Yes, get it cranked and get it running with a visit to Phil Starter and Alternator of Cherryville.
All right, welcome back as we go to the 6th inning, 1-1 to score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. And the official scoring back in the bottom of the 5th, we were discussing it and running through the possibilities. The bunt by Wiles, he reached base. We're going to change that to a fielder's choice. Wilson was going to throw to second. Nobody covering the bag. He could have had the batter at first. Here's a swing and a miss by the Blue Mist Blake Mosteller, and it is 0-1. Mosteller a strikeout looking and a ground out tonight, batting third in the order. The Blue Mist coming up here leading off the top of the sixth in a 1-1 game. Must win for the Braves, and Blake Mosteller high pop fly center field. Center fielder drawing a bead on it and makes the catch. One down. One out for the batter Seth Weekly. Weekly, the DH, he's walked and scored tonight and has flied out to the left.
When we come back from the 7th inning stretch, folks, we'll be playing What's Up Local Celebrity Fan of the Game. So stay tuned. Remember, in the 7th inning, after post 100 bats, when we come back for the bottom of the 7th, we'll play Celebrity Fan of the Game for your chance to win a What's Up Shopper t-shirt.
0-1 pitch to Weekly. Grounder to third. Throw. Got him.
Coach David Wise is wearing a What's Up Shopper shirt today during warm-ups when we pulled up today, Milton.
Go. I need to get me one of those.
Jason, yes, I'll bring you one. I didn't know you didn't have any.
I don't have a What's Up.
Well, I'll bring you one. What size you need?
Extra large.
All right.
Extra.
We're going to have to order some new ones for football collared shirts anyway.
Dylan Hastings, base hit with 2 out. Got to go between short and third for Hastings. And brings up Chandler Jenkins, 2 out, and a runner on for Cherryville in a tie ball game, top of the 6th. Jenkins singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Also reached on a error earlier in the 2nd inning. Chandler, left-handed hitter here against Edwards. And here he rips one to right field, and it's going to get down in the corner. All the way to the fence. Hastings, Coach Reynolds telling him to come on home. And the throw going down to third. Jenkins is going to be safe at third.
Jenkins with a triple, Milton. Huge hit from Chandler.
Big time triple for Chandler Jenkins, breaking the 1-all tie here. 2-1 Cherryville now on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard, down with 2 out. Here in the top of the 6th, Chandler Jenkins gets his 2nd hit on the night and brings up Brett Huff. Brett an RBI single and a fielder's choice tonight. Edwards pitch to Huff. Third base line in the hole. Going to first. The throw got him. Very good throw over there by the third baseman. And that is Williams. Excellent play. All right, Cherryville will get a run in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left. And we go to the bottom of the 6th now, 2-1 ball game. Cherryville back in front on the B-Square Construction broadcast.
And they lived happily ever after.
Thanks, Mom.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
This moment is brought to you by Bennett Insurance Group, your local Erie insurance agent. For affordable insurance coverage in Cherryville, call Rocky at Bennett Insurance Group at 704-435-0271 and see how you can save. Bennett Insurance Group and Erie Insurance. We've got you covered. It's our true blue promise.
Get your prescriptions to go from Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Yes, delivery is now available. Look for the Medical Center delivery van in your area. Just call 704-435-3263 for your prescriptions to go. You can even order online at mcpcherryville.com. Check out that new and improved website. And the grill is now under new management. Come on in for your favorite sandwiches. That's at the Medical Center Pharmacy, East Academy Street in Cherryville. On the go for you.
He didn't bat. Okay. Walden is leading off the bottom of the 6th here for the Braves. The Braves, bottom of the 5th, ended on a double play. I was looking to see what Walden did in the 5th, but he didn't bat. Here he gets a line drive right at Dylan Hastings, leading off the bottom of the 6th. 1 pitch, 1 out. Hit hard by Walden. He's 0 for 3 on the night. And this brings up Williams. Williams, the big hitter last night for the Braves. The bases loaded double that broke the 5-all tie and propelled the Braves on to the win. And the pitch, a strike from Dustin Wilson. Williams has walked and reached on an error. Been on twice tonight, 0 for 1 officially. Curveball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Cherryville breaks the tie in the top of the 6th with 2 out. Hastings singled, and then Jenkins tripled. Jenkins left at 3rd on the ground out by Huff following. And the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike here on Williams. 1 out, nobody on for the Braves, bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Hit hard, third base side, but foul. 2-2 to Justin Williams, third baseman. Made that good play to get Huff to end the Cherryville at bat in the top of the 6th. He backhanded at 3rd and made a good strong throw across. Got a good arm. And here's the 2-2 pitch. A drive to left field. The blue miss. Back a few steps. Leaps just before the bank. He did go up that bank, but made the catch and didn't get hurt in the process. That bank can get you out there, Kevin.
Good catch there by Mosteller, making the catch, like you said, right before he got up the bank. And did a good job out there in left field. And that's going to bring up Perry, I think. Is that right?
Yes,
yeah,
Derek
Perry tonight flying out to right field. Reached on a fielder's choice, an error.
All right. So Perry batting 7th in the order with 2 out and nobody on. And the Braves must-win game, bottom of the 6th, down 2-1. He will get a ground ball. Knocked down by the shortstop, kept it on the infield, but didn't get Perry. And that is going to be an error.
Yeah.
Shortstop Stamey had a chance on it.
Got to make the play. Brandon Alexander warming up down in the bullpen for Cherryville post 100.
And the first pitch, third base side, it's a fair ball. Extra bases here. Here comes Perry coming around 3rd to tie the game. Here comes the throw home. He's going to be safe at home. And down to 3rd will go Biggerstaff on the throw. RBI double for Biggerstaff. He goes to 3rd on the throw. Perry scores all the way from around 1st. 2-2 with Patrick Horn to batter up.
Down the line, and Dylan Hastings argued the call there, Milton. Threw his hands up at the home plate umpire. He thought the ball was foul. And Mostetler tried to make the throw all the way to home himself. He's got the arm to do it, just didn't get there in time.
Yeah, another one of those cases that one hopped in there and the bounce brought it in high, and the runner able to slide under the tag.
See, if he'd have hit the cutoff man was Hastings there at 3rd, Milton. Either Hastings could have turned and made a better throw, or Hastings would have definitely stopped the runner from advancing to second base. So that's the reason you hit your cutoff man in baseball.
And it's strike 1 on Patrick Horn.
I played in adult league and with a center fielder who thought he could throw it from here to Montana.
Here's a ground ball to left field. That'll put the Braves in front. Ground ball by Patrick Horn. He's 2 for 3 on the night. He'll garner an RBI. And it's 3-1 Braves in the bottom of the 6th. 2-run scoring with 2 out.
And the reason I even mentioned that in that adult league is that he never hit a cutoff man, Milton, and we gave up so many runs in extra bases because he would just throw it all the way to home plate every time the ball was hit to him.
All right, the top of the order, Wiles is up, and he's hit by a pitch. And you talk about the wheels coming off here.
Yep. Coach Reynolds yells down at Alexander, and I think it's time to bring him in, so we'll see. We're going to take a break.
Yep,
and
here
it looks
comes
like
Brandon.
Alexander's coming in, so we'll be back in a few minutes on the What's Up Shopper Sports Network.
Most of us will make or assist in making funeral arrangements of some kind in our lives. This can mean making many decisions at a very difficult and emotional time. At Carpenter's Funeral Home of Cherryville, their funeral directors, John Porter and Carol Carpenter, are there to offer help and guidance. Carpenter's Funeral Home promotes the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service, even winning the Pursuit of Excellence Award. Carpenter's Funeral Home, 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, a member of the North Carolina Funeral Directors Association. Thinking about remodeling your home? Or maybe you're even thinking about building a new home, or maybe a new building out back. Either way, call on the building experts at B Squared Construction. Get your project started today. From decks to roofing to kitchen and bath to siding to gutters. Also window and door replacement. With over 40 years of combined experience, B Squared Construction. Call Brad Beatonhead at 704-201-4453 or Banjo Strap at 704-713-8296 to get your project started today.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
We all know the cute jingle of Mr. Sparky, but what about the promise behind the jingle? Well, here's Rusty Wise, owner of Mr. Sparky.
We book appointments in customer-chosen windows, and we show up in that time frame. The jingle says, we're on time, you'll see, or the repair is free. So if we are late for the appointment, your repair is totally free.
That's right, and Mr. Sparky will show up at your house on time, and you won't pay a cent until you're satisfied.
When we show up on the job, we'll take a look at what needs to get done, and we'll give you an upfront price. And that will be the exact price when we are finished. No matter if it takes 3 hours or 3 days, the price is the price.
Mr. Sparky, on time, quality work, integrity, and a fair price.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free. You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
On the mound, the first pitch to Jarkey Hopkins, ball one. Runners first and second, 2 out, but 2 runs have scored. The Braves lead 3-2. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. Next pitch, a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. This all coming after a leadoff line drive out, followed by a fly out, then an error. Could have been out of the inning, but later on 2 runs have scored and 2 are on. And the pitch is low, and Cherryville's made a pitching change. 2-1. And Brandon Alexander, right-hander. Different style than Dustin Wilson, taller, leaner, and a different delivery.
Say hello to one of our viewers here in a second.
And the pitch in the dirt.
Say hello to Larry Dishman watching at home. He said, Ryan Kraft, get that back well soon. And tell Big Poppy I said hello and good luck to everyone. So thank you, Larry, for watching and tweeting online. Folks, you can live chat just like Larry did with your Twitter, your Facebook account. Hard ground ball high, bounces over Dylan Hastings' head.
It's a base hit for Hopkins. Run will score going down to third. Safe at third is going to be Wiles.
Another tough break against post 100. The ball just bounced over Hastings' head. Nothing he could do. And now all of a sudden, post 100 trails 4-2 in this ball game.
Hopkins down to second on the throw, and it's 4-2 favor of the Braves. And Spencer Wiles, the batter. Braves scoring 3 runs with 2 out. An error, a double, a single, a hit batter, and a base hit in that order after 2 were out. Runners second and third, and the batter is Wiles. And this one's to right field. Beam should have this one, and that'll do it. But the damage done big time in the inning. 3-run score on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. We go to the top of the 7th. Cherryville trails 4-2 on a Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard at B Square Construction Post 100 Baseball.
Hauser Drug Store on the corner in downtown Cherryville has been Cherryville's hometown pharmacy since 1935, and they know you by name. For durable medical equipment such as wheelchairs, oxygen, walkers, CPAPs and BiPAPs, lift chairs, and diabetic supplies too, like strips and lancets. Hauser Drug bills Medicare and most all private insurances. And does your pharmacy make home deliveries? Hauser Drug in Cherryville does. It's service after the sale.
Good luck to Post 100 Baseball from Hauser Drug.
Deja Vu in downtown Cherryville specializes in men's, women's, and children's clothing. Deja Vu has an extensive line of formal wear with name brand jewelry and purses. And Deja Vu is now accepting new consigners. Come in now and see Emily or Alice for all of your clothing and accessory needs. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, Saturdays, 10 to 3. Deja Vu, 118 East Main Street in downtown Cherryville. Find them on Facebook or call 704-445-9333 for Deja Vu in downtown Cherryville.
Couple back here, top of the 7th. And batter up is Spencer Stamey. Stamey tonight has flied out and singled. Facing Edwards here for the 3rd time is Stamey, and the pitch is ball 1.
Top 7 posting 100, trails 4-2 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
There's a rip but foul by Stamey.
Real hard hit ball. And folks, coming up here at the end of this inning, we're not going to go to commercial. We're actually going to keep it here and do the What's Up Shopper Celebrity Fan of the Game. So go ahead and sign in under your video player. If you're on whatsupshopper.com, if you're on Ustream, just to the right of the video player, sign in with your Facebook or Ustream or your Twitter accounts, and you'll be able to enter the contest.
Ground ball, hit at third base, and Williams knocks it down. Has enough time to throw him out.
Shoot. Should have been safe there the way he bobbled that.
Yeah.
I looked down. I figured he was going to get to first.
Yep. Stamey thrown out instead, 5-3. Brings up Luke Kaiser, who's 2 for 2 on the night. Luke led off the 3rd with a base hit. Singled in the 5th, and then all that crazy stuff happened. And here's a ground ball to Williams at 3rd. Fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time. 5-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. Brings up Thomas Bess. This is Edwards they're facing, the loser in Game 3 Monday night, Bradley Edwards. Game at Cherryville, Fraley Field. Getting his 2nd start in the series. And his team has come back from a 1-0 deficit and a 2-1 deficit to now lead 4-2. And there's a strike to Bess. Bess hit into that double play in the 5th inning, the one where the ball hit Kaiser. He was called for interference, running from 1st to 2nd, resulting in the double play and putting Spencer Stamey back at 2nd base instead of Spencer Stamey scoring, which he probably wouldn't have scored anyway.
All that
had
trouble
the ball not
last
hit
inning
Kaiser.
started with an error.
1-1 pitch, and here's pop-up, and it's going to be the 2nd baseman. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Cherryville in the 7th. Pop-up to 2nd, out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-2. The Gaston Braves lead Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
We're going to stay here, Milton, and talk a little baseball, but first, it's the What's Up Shopper Celebrity Fan of the Game, folks, and there he is on your screen. If you guys know who this celebrity fan is, just log on in with your Facebook or Twitter accounts.
You did a good look right at the camera, didn't you, there?
just sign in with your Facebook, Twitter accounts. The first person to name our celebrity will be the winner of a What's Up Shopper t-shirt, folks. Last night's winner, Barry Hebner. The first night we did it, we gave away 3 because our little chat thing failed, so we knew who the first one was, but 3 people answered, so I went ahead and gave it to everybody. And but folks, that is the fan of the game, What's Up Shopper fan of the game. Like we said, if you know who that is, just sign in on Facebook and Ustream or Twitter here under our video player. Type in the fan of the game, and then you'll win a free t-shirt. Milton works here, and he don't have a t-shirt, so you folks are about to have something Milton don't have.
I'm going to have to guess here.
Yep, so that's our fan of the game, and we want to thank every one of you for playing along. If you guys know who it is, if we don't get an answer in the next inning, we'll try next inning during the inning. And if not, we'll find us another fan if we can't find a winner. But that's our fan of the game, folks.
All right, so we go to the bottom of the 7th, and the Braves lead Cherryville 4-2 in a must-win game for the Braves, trying to send it back to Cherryville for a winner-take-all 7th and final game tomorrow night. Braves trailing a couple times in this game, but came back with 3 big runs in the 6th inning with 2 out. And the pitcher, Brandon Alexander, going here in the bottom of the 7th. Ball 1 to Logan Armstrong, who Larry Dishman says hello to Big Poppy.
Yeah.
2-0 on Armstrong.
He also just commented again. He said, y'all do a great job in broadcasting and streaming games post-65 Stateville. Should be so lucky. So thank you, Larry. Thank you for the compliments. We don't get too many of those.
Ground ball to 2nd. Huff's got it. Throws out the big man for out number 1. And it'll bring up Logan Walden. Walden's hit hard a couple times tonight. That last time in the 6th inning, leading off 6, Walden lined it hard out to the third baseman, Hastings. Left-handed batter up. That was against Wilson. Things started out kind of innocently enough in the 6th inning. Cherryville got 2 up, 2 down, and should have been out of the inning, but an error kept it going, and going it went for the Braves. It resulted in 3 runs. There's strike 1 to Walden. And the next pitch, a ball. Wilson had to leave in the 6th with 2 out. Cherryville goes to Brandon Alexander. He got the out. And a pitch outside, it's 2-1. Alexander, big tall right-hander out of Burns High School. The 2-1 pitch to Walden. Bouncer to first base. First baseman got it. Chandler Jenkins, the 3 unassisted on Walden.
Chandler didn't have to do much there, Milton.
I know, that one took its time getting there.
Yeah, stand there and let it roll to him.
Only question was it going to get to him before the runner got to the bag? It died out there in that grass. It took some high bounces. Chandler standing right beside the bag when he fielded it, just stepped over on it. 2 up, 2 down again, and it brings up Justin Williams. Williams a fly out last time up. He is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. He also reached on an error. Cherryville's made 3 errors in the ball game. It's ball 1 on Williams. The Braves have made 1 error in the game.
Just reading some Twitter news. Ashbrook tweeted the athletic director, Chad Duncan, who is also the boys basketball coach, will also be coaching boys and girls golf this year, Milton. He's going to have to get an assistant athletic director over there at Ashbrook. Chad Duncan working hard. We'll have a football game over there this year, Hunter Huss and Ashbrook.
One pitch is a strike, 1-2 on Williams.
Still haven't had nobody get that fan of the game yet, Milton. So we're going to try here in the next and see if we can get another guest. If not, we'll find us another celebrity. We're going to try. We're going to give away a T-shirt tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the count on Williams. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on. 5 in the 7th, 4-2. A 2-run lead for the Braves. And the pitch from Alexander is a ball. 3-2 now to Justin Williams. 3-2 count, and Alexander laboring out there on the mound. Hot this evening. And the 3-2 pitch swung on foul tip. Williams still alive, and that hurt Kaiser. That one caught a piece of the catcher. Luke Kaiser's already been hit in the hand tonight when running the bases, got hit by the ball. And now takes a foul ball there. Hit him left leg's what he's kind of favoring there. 3-2 is still the count on Justin Williams with 2 out. Nobody on here. Bottom of the 7th. Game 6 of the Area 4 Finals. Cherryville with a 3-2 lead. Must win game for the Braves. As I said a moment ago, trying to send it back to Cherryville tomorrow night for the 7th and deciding game. And here's a ground ball to Stamey at shortstop. Stamey's throw. Got him. 6-3. 3 up, 3 down. Let's see if Cherryville can do some damage in the top of the 8th with Beam, Mosteller, and Weekly coming up. This is B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center. Just like Cherryville Post 100 plays their best, you want to look your best with a stop at Trudy's Classic Cuts at 800 West Church Street in Cherryville. From cuts to coloring, from perms to waxing, plus other treatments that'll make you look your best. And good luck to Cherryville Post 100 from Trudy's Classic Cuts, located at 800 West Church Street in Cherryville. For your appointment, call Trudy today at 704-445-1333 for Trudy's Classic Cuts.
And
welcome back to South Point High School, Milton. We're going to try another celebrity. This is celebrity number 2. If anybody knows this celebrity, first one to respond will
I get
win
a T-shirt. I
will
know
win
him.
a T-shirt. So if you guys know this celebrity, he's a local celebrity around the Post 100 crowd. First person to comment on our video player or with Facebook and Twitter, with their Twitter accounts. Right below the video player, folks, scroll down. There's a tab. It says Social Stream. Click on that, and then click on the big green button that says Check In and Chat, and you can enter to win.
All right, batter up is Josh Beam, and the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike on Beam. Beam is 1 for 3 on the night. Leading off here in the 8th, Cherryville down by 2 runs. Pitch inside, 2-1 on Beam, the right fielder. Left-handed hitter up for the Post 100 squad here on the road tonight. 3-1 goes the count.
I think I got a short
You
somewhere
got
in
a
mine.
dead spot in the volume on your mic there.
Oh, okay.
3-2 now on Beam.
That's, some people would say a good thing.
And it's down low, ball 4.
He'd have hustled. He might have got second there, man.
That's right. It was thrown.
I don't think
got away.
I don't think nobody let him know, but that's all right.
Yeah, he didn't look back and
Post
had no way of knowing.
Post 100 down 2 runs here in the top of the 8th. We're running out of time and outs, Milton. We're going to be back at Cherryville tomorrow night.
Yep. Cherryville's got 6 outs to try to score 2 runs. Batter up is Mosteller. And it's a ground ball. Shortstop waiting on slow roller. Throw to second for 1, down to first, not in time. Hit a little harder, they had a chance for a double play, but that one was hit through the infield so slow they get the force.
Good hustle there, too.
And Mosteller can run. He can run fast, and he reaches on the fielder's choice. Brings up Seth Weekly.
Is that right? Close.
We've had an incorrect guess on our celebrity. Pitch is inside to Weekly. 1 ball and no strikes on Seth Weekly. Weekly 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored tonight. 1-0 pitch coming up here from Edwards is ball 2. Moans and groans from the Gaston Braves fans on that pitch. It didn't look that close. Here's the 2-0 fouled off. 2-1 to Weekly. 1-on-1 out for Cherryville. Top of the 8th, down 4-2. The 2-1 from Edwards. Ball 3.
He's talking about that's very few foul balls been hit down there tonight, Milton. The last time we were here, there's about 25 of them down there, and Shandy was in a shooting gallery, but tonight he hadn't had to dodge any.
And the 3-1 pitch is ball 4.
He gets too comfortable out there. He's going to get knocked off the thing if one gets close to him.
2 walks along with the fielder's choice tonight. 1 out, and the batter is Hastings with Mosteller at second base, Weekly at first, and Hastings the hitter. That's correct.
All right, folks, we got a winner. Got a T-shirt winner. The winner tonight, Carol Wise. The fan of the night is Steve K, folks. So the local celebrity fan of the game, Steve K, and our winner is Carol Wise, wife of Coach David Wise.
This is mom.
No, mother of Coach David Wise. She says she's glad to be able to watch, so she can't be there tonight. And David Wise tonight, Milton, they're having a field switch. Gaston Braves coach likes to do this a lot.
Yeah, he's bringing his right fielder out, Spencer Wiles.
He might be coming into warm-up pitching, maybe.
Could be.
But thank you, Carol, for signing in. You're the winner tonight. We'll get you a T-shirt. Your son tonight came to the field wearing a What's Up Shopper T-shirt. So big fans there in the Wise family.
All right, here's the pitch to Hastings. Strike 1. Ugh. Let's see, number 11, sir. Who's that? Nate Buchanan. All right.
Nate Buchanan in the game.
In right field. He pitched in that first game of the series, didn't he? Here is a 0-1 pitch to Hastings with 1 out and runners first and second for Cherryville. Fouled off. 0-2 now to Hastings.
Good job by Hastings battling right there, Milton. That might not have been a strike, but the last pitch that was caught a strike was roughly in that same area, so you got to foul that off and wait for something better. Hastings looking to get Post 100 back in this game. We're down 2, 1 out. Infield fly rule is on.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Edwards. Curveball inside. Good eye by Hastings there, and it's 1-2 to the Cherryville third baseman, Dylan Hastings. Hastings singled and scored in the 6th inning, 1 for 3 on the night. Big opportunity here. Marceller at second, Weekly at first. 1-2 the count. Cherryville down by 2 runs in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch, and it's way outside. 2-2 now to Hastings. And Coach Reynolds wants to talk to his hitter as the catcher goes to the mound as well. So the game started out, Cherryville scoring a run in the 2nd, led 1-0 until the bottom of the 5th. The Braves tied it. Cherryville came back 2-1 in the top of the 6th, but in the bottom of the 6th, the Braves scored 3 with 2 out. Following a 2-out error, the Braves scored 3 runs and took the lead 4-2. And that's where we stand right now. 2-2 count on Hastings. Runners at first and second, and 1 out in the pitch. Popped out of play.
Catch that, and Shandy.
That's pretty close.
Closest he's seen one today. Interrupted the handball game over here.
Some kids have been playing out there.
Well, say hello to Rusty Wise. Signed in on our Twitter feed. Says Go Post 100. He missed last night because he was at the Kiss concert. I wonder if he painted his face.
I don't know.
He said he kept up through the game, though, through Twitter last night, and he loves technology. Thank you, Rusty.
2-2 pitch to Hastings, foul back. Old Jimmy Buffett song sings about the Kiss concert.
I just want to know if Rusty was in the face paint. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Send us a picture.
And which one? And which one of the guys?
2-2 still on Hastings. Here we go. From Edwards, the pitch. And it's fouled off again. Hastings has fouled about 4 off now to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Cherryville down by 2, top of the 8th. Must-win game for the Braves. Can Cherryville come from behind now tonight? Cherryville wins. They win the series and go to the state tournament next week.
Starts August 1st. Whoever wins this series will play next Wednesday at 4:30 up in Caldwell County and Granite Falls.
They'll play the Area 1 runner-up. Here's the 2-2 again to Hastings. Pitch from Edwards outside. 3-2 now on Dylan Hastings, who's battled back to a full count after being down the count 0-2. Long at bat here for Hastings. See if he can come through here, draw a walk or get a base hit. Maybe put a run on the board with a hit to the outfield. Marceller at second, Weekly at first. The 3-2 pitch is ball 4. So a great comeback for Hastings there, down the count 0-2. He becomes the 3rd walk of the inning. Cherryville's got the bases loaded without a hit. And here comes the coach out for the Braves. The batter up is going to be Chandler Jenkins, who's been on base 3 times tonight. He's reached on error, single, and triple. And it was an RBI triple in the 6th.
Coach Reynolds is running all the way into the dugout.
From down there at third base.
I don't know where he's going. Maybe he's got to use the little boys' room.
I don't know.
There's no little boys' room in the dugout, though. So I don't know what he's doing.
He's not back out yet. Here he comes.
I think he had to get his either stopwatch or some sunflower seeds, probably.
Okay, Chandler Jenkins then. Jenkins, the big RBI triple in the 6th that put Cherryville ahead 2-1 for a little while. Bases loaded here, 1 out for the left-handed hitter Chandler Jenkins. And the pitch from Edwards, fly ball, center field. Should be deep enough to bring in the run for Cherryville. A sac fly for Jenkins. It'll be 2 out, and it's a 4-3 ball game as Marceller tags up and scores. Sac fly to center, and that'll be another RBI for Jenkins. Out number 2, and it's going to bring up Brett Huff. Runners at first and second now, 2 out, 4-3 ball game. Huff's had a RBI single on the night, a fielder's choice, and a ground out.
Huff usually bats in the 2 or 3 hole. Tonight batting in the 7 hole, and this could pay off if he gets a big hit here, Milton.
You're right.
He was second in the area before the playoffs started in the regular season in RBIs.
See if he can do it here with Weekly now at second base. Hastings at first, but 2 down. And that pitch is low, 2-0 from Edwards. Edwards has walked 3 in the inning. Along with the fielder's choice and a sac fly, Cherryville has scored a run without a hit. It's 4-3 now. Cherryville within a run, top of the 8th. And pitch from Edwards. Foul ball out of play, right side, 2-1 now on Huff. Brett Huff, right-handed hitter. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Bradley Edwards, the right-handed starter, delivers. Inside corner for a strike. 2-2 on Huff. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Cherryville down by a run in the top of the 8th. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is ground ball. Shortstop's got it. Flips to second for the force. And Cherryville's going to come up a run short here in the top of the 8th to tie it. They score 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 4-3 ball game. Mr. Sparky, Hauser Drug scoreboard. This B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
Catch the craving at the El Patron Mexican restaurant in Cherryville. It's better than good. It's great. And check out Taco Loco Monday. Tacos only $1 each. And every Monday at the El Patron Mexican restaurant. The El Patron is open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. For orders to go, call 704-435-4546. Catch the craving at the El Patron Mexican restaurant, 910 East Church Street in Cherryville. Dream big, pay little with the hottest deals of the season on the grasshopper mower you've always wanted during the Summer Sizzler sale at West End Sales in Vail. Discover how fast and easy mowing can be with the Grasshopper's time-saving performance and legendary durability. Select a $500 package like the Power Fold Deck or Collection System or Implement, or choose a no-interest financing deal with approved credit. It's your choice. Visit West End Sales, Highway 18, 27 intersection in Vail.
And we're back in Belmont, Sound Point High School. It's the bottom of the 8th. Braves lead Cherryville 4-3 now. 7, 8, 9 spots due up here for the Braves. Derek Perry will lead it off. Perry 0 for 3 on the night, reached on an error in the 6th and scored. And the pitch here from Alexander. It's ball 1. Brandon Alexander came on in the 6th with 2 out. And able to get the last out, but 3 runs had scored. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Perry. Popped him up, out of play. Coming back behind us here in the press box. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Derek Perry. Perry a fly out. He's reached on a fielder's choice, and like I said, reached on air and scored in the 6th. The 1-1 pitch. There's a hard hit ball at shortstop, and it gets by Spencer Stamey for a hit, they say.
Stamey didn't attack that ball, Milton. Ball's in the infield, and I think that's a lot of the problems Cherryville has been having, is that they're not attacking the ball. They're not taking the angles and going to get the ball. They're letting the balls come to them. And the more you look at a ball and you're sitting still, if your feet are still, a lot of times the ball ends up making a play on you instead of you making a play on the ball. I always like to keep my feet moving, charging if you can at everything. Pop up.
Yep,
Kaiser should have it.
Catcher's got it on the off the bat of Biggerstaff, 1 down. They changed that hit now to an error and by Perry. That's what I thought all along. So E6, 4th error for Cherryville.
Another 4 errors for Post 100 tonight has been their downfall.
So the second baseman Aaron Biggerstaff popped up to the catcher for one down. There's still a runner at first, and it brings up Patrick Horn, number 9 spot. He's had a couple hits tonight, an RBI, and a couple runs scored by Horn.
See, Milton,
Ball
sometimes
1 to count.
you need to kind of approach the ground balls the way you would like if you were a defender in a football team. If you stand there with your feet on the ground, you're going to get shook. Barry Sanders is going to make you look silly. But if you move towards him and go at him, then you can hit him first. That's the way you attack a ground ball, is you go get the ball instead of letting it come to you, because who knows what might happen.
That's all right. 1 ball, 1 strike on Horn. Horn, the catcher. He's been on base 3 times tonight. A fielder's choice, a single and a run scored, and an RBI single in the 6th, and a run scored in that big 3-run inning for the Braves. It seems like it's always here in this series. It's been one big inning. It's Cherryville's downfall in these games. Can Cherryville come back? If they can hold them here and be down by a run in the top of the 9th, Cherryville's going to have to try to make a comeback. Swing and a miss by Horn, 2-2.
If Post 100 loses tonight, we'll be back at Cherryville High School's Fraley Field tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night, you can watch dirt track racing from the Cleveland County Fairgrounds.
Throw to first. Good dig over there by Chandler Jenkins, but the runner gets back in.
If Cherryville wins tonight, Milton, I'll be doing racing tomorrow night. And if Cherryville loses, I'll be doing baseball.
Baseball. 2-2 pitch. There's a drive to left field. Mosteller back toward that bank. Makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring top of the order Dustin Wiles up. He was hit by a pitch his last time. He's 1 for 3 on the night. A single in the first inning, a ground out of fielder's choice. He's been hit by a pitch. The lefty coming up with 2 out and a runner at first. So I think Gaston Braves in this series has done a lot of things with 2 out. And the pitch, high ball 1.
Don't forget, coming up this fall, live high school football on WhatsUpShopper.com. We'll have the Gaston County Game of the Week for the 4th year in a row.
And the 1-0 pitch, bouncer, foul ball, first base side.
We'll also have every Burns Bulldogs broadcast, which I'll be doing the play-by-play for those. Daniel Howe and Derek Smith. Of course, we'll have the play-by-play for the Gaston County Game of the Week. Week 1 was scheduled Huss at East Gaston, but East Gaston's press box isn't going to be ready, so we may be going over to do the Asheville North Gaston game first week, and then I think Week 2 is Lincoln and at South Point. We'll have that game.
All right, 2-1 to count here on Wiles with 2 out and a runner at first for the Braves. Bottom of the 8th, they're up 4-3. Here's the pitch from Alexander. Bouncer to the second baseman Huff. He's got it, and the throw in the nick of time there to get. That was a slow one to get. It took a long time getting to Huff. And it's a 4-3 ground out. No runs in the inning on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. And we go to the top of the 9th. Cherryville leads at least 1. We'll be right back.
Friends, let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace, get help quickly from people who know their stuff, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend project.
Ace, the helpful place.
Hi, I'm Sherry Hefner, the pastor's wife at the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Teach your children the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it." As a mother of 4 teens and young adult children, I can attest to the many challenges of Christian parenting in these modern times. That is why this scripture is such a comfort to me. I can rest assured knowing that regardless of the choices my children may make in life, they can never get away from the godly upbringing that my husband and I have provided for them. Are you laying a godly foundation for your children? This is Sherry Hefner of First Baptist Cherryville, where we strive to accomplish all things through Christ.
All right, welcome back as we go to the top of the 9th. It's do or die time for Cherryville, down by a run. Braves in a must-win game. Cherryville wanting to wrap up the series down here on the road in Belmont tonight. Down by a run, Spencer Stamey leads it off. First pitch from Edwards, called strike one. Stamey tonight 1 for 3, singled in the 5th. Bradley Edwards started tonight trying to go the distance. Pitch fouled off. 0-2 now on Spencer Stamey. Kaiser and Best due to follow here for Cherryville in the 9th, top of the 9th.
Well, the good news is, Milton, you know, Kaiser and Best probably 2 of the hottest hitters on the team.
And Stamey's not been bad of late. The 0-2 pitch struck him out, however. Oh, no, wait a minute. Fouled it off of him. Excuse me. He's got a new life there. I didn't see the ball. It hit off Stamey, actually, as it fouled off.
What's Stamey batting in the series? Where'd you hide that paper?
I don't know where that stuff went. Right here, I think. And Stamey, coming into this game, he was 4-12.
7 for 17 in the series.
And 1 for 3 tonight. So 4 for 20?
8 for 20.
Yeah. And he swings and misses now. And that is out number 1. Yeah. Be 8 for.
Batted 400 now.
Yeah.
Well, now he's 8 for
21.
Under
yeah. All right, Luke Kaiser. Kaiser's 2 for 3 on the night.
It's time to let these boys to wake their bats up and get into it if they're going to win this.
And the pitch, a strike called.
Now they've out-hit the Braves tonight, 10-8. They got out-hit big time last night. And, of course, they've also out-aired the Braves, too. No, they haven't out-hit the Braves. Sorry.
Yeah.
Getting a little mixed up on the scoreboard. Kaiser takes another strike, 0-2, 1 out.
All right, here's the pitch from Edwards. And there's a rip, and it is in the left corner, foul. Oh, close for Kaiser there. And he just a little more straighter, a little more distance. He probably gets it out of here.
About 10 feet short and 20 feet to the left.
Still 0-2 on Luke Kaiser.
Hitting 1 out. Kaiser in the 9 hole. Thomas Best will be next in the 1. Best tonight. He's probably had his worst game of the series, Milton. He's 0 for 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he hasn't.
It is.
There's off the third baseman's glove, base hit for Luke Kaiser. And there's the start. Tying run aboard. And that brings up Bess, who's 0, as you said, for 4 on the night.
He was 9 for about his last 11 coming into the game. And they're going to run for the catcher.
Yep. It's going to be number 21. That's Dalton Towery, I believe.
Dalton Towery and Thomas Best in the batter's box. And Milton, we're going to see if he's going to try bunt for a base hit, maybe.
All right, here comes Thomas Best with 1 out, 1 on in the top of the ninth. Cherryville down 4-3 here at Belmont.
Coach Reynolds directing his troops. Coach Wise over at first base talking, whispering secrets to Dalton Towery.
All right, Bradley Edwards, starter for the Braves in the Game 3 loss, trying to get the win here in Game 6. The pitch down in the dirt, ball 1. Towery has to say it first. Catcher blocked it up.
Well, he's got one job right now, Milton. That's don't get picked off. Don't get thrown out stealing. Let the batters, let you 1, 2, and 3 hitters do their jobs.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bess. Bouncer to shortstop. He has to back up on it. He'll go to second for 1. They'll not be able to double up Bess on that one. 2 out. The fielder's choice for Thomas Bess. 6-4 goes the put out on Towery at second base.
I think everybody in the park on even both sides was holding their breath. One side hoping, one side not hoping on an error on that ball. Big, tough chopper for Perry to handle. And that's going to be up the last out. Josh Beam up, so Thomas Bess on first.
Beam, first pitch is in there for a strike.
Thomas may be stealing any time.
Beam 1 for 3 with a walk tonight. 0-1 pitch. Bess is going. Pitch swung on a miss. Throw to second. Bess is out at second.
Oh, I thought he missed the tag. Shandy, how was that tag? Did he get the tag?
All right, so Bess thrown out trying to steal second for out number 3.
And he's still standing out at second, Milton.
Yep. The Braves have won Game 6 and have forced it to Game 7 after being down 3-1 in this series. They've tied it up 3-3, the 7th and deciding game tomorrow night at Fraley Field. Winner tomorrow goes to the state tournament. Final score on a Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard was the Braves 4, Cherryville 3. The inning summary for Cherryville in the ninth: no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. And final score 4-3, Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. You heard it right here on the B-Square Construction Post 100 broadcast. Now stay tuned for the College Building Supplies post-game show and our Medical Center Pharmacy MVP for Post 100 coming up, plus stats and more.
Buy one, get a second at half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27 west of Lincoln. Ask about their buy one, get one half price specials. On Mondays, it's a poor boy basket. Tuesdays, a cheeseburger basket. Wednesdays, a barbecue basket. Thursdays, a chicken filet basket. And on Fridays, it's a big old fish basket. Buy one, get one half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27, 2 miles west of Lincoln. And be sure to use their convenient drive-through window.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
Well, welcome to the College Building Supplies post-game show, where the final score tonight, the Braves 4, Cherryville 3 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard, and they have won 2 in a row and forced a Game 7 tomorrow night at Fraley Field, winner take all, to the state tournament in Granite Falls next week. The Braves were down 1-0, tied it up here tonight. Cherryville went ahead 2-1. Then the Braves tied it 2-2, and then went ahead in the 6th inning 4-2. Cherryville added a run in the 8th inning 4-3, but couldn't get that 4th run in either in the 8th or 9th innings here, and fall 4-3 here at South Point. Winning pitcher was Edwards. Losing pitcher was Dustin Wilson.
Right, in the big inning that they had, Milton, they scored 3 in. It all started with an error, and with 2 outs. It was 2 outs, and then they made an error. They could have ended that if they would have just made the clean play. Inning over, Cherryville wins 4-1 tonight is what it would have been tonight.
Yep. The line stat for Cherryville: 3 runs, 9 hits, 4 errors, and 7 left on base. For the Braves, the board says 10 hits, but they took that 1 hit off, I thought, and changed it to an error. So I've got them with 4 runs, 9 hits also, 1 error, and 9 left on base. And the game just under 2 hours.
Yeah, very quick game. It's 9 o'clock. We're done. We haven't been getting done here until about 9:45.
Yeah. So Cherryville's coming back to Fraley Field tomorrow night, folks. It'll be Friday night baseball in Cherryville. Kevin, explain about the race situation. Now, you were talking during the broadcast, if Cherryville loses, what would be going on?
Well, we're planning to have racing Friday night with all of our equipment, but since we're not going to be having racing, we'll still have racing tomorrow night. I will not be there. I will be here with you at Cherryville doing that game, so we're going to send some guys over to do the racing at the it'll probably be Josh and Clint Spencer will handle that by themselves without me, as I'll be at the Game 7 of Cherryville and the Gaston Braves. And when it was 3-1, Milton, 3 games to 1, Cherryville blew them out in the first game. they were done with the race, and they were facing the race in Game 5 with Hastings going to the mound up 3-1. You had to feel that Post 100 was in the catbird seat, and now errors and untimely hitting and
some
very bad luck.
It's
been, and folks,
we called it that one inning,
and we said it right before it happened. Well, here comes some bad luck.
Cherryville started out the 5th inning with a base hit by Stamey, a base hit by Kaiser. Then Bess was up, who's been the hottest man in the series. He hits a ground ball to the second baseman. He flips it to the shortstop for the force at second. In the process, Kaiser going from first to second, the throw to first to try to get Bess hits Kaiser in the hand. They call interference.
And I couldn't tell what happened, Milton. And the only reason you call interference is if you think he didn't either A, he tried to get in the way, or B, he didn't try to get out of the way, and you know what I mean. He just got in the way, and the ball hit him. Whether or not it hits him doesn't mean automatic interference. And I think that's what Coach Reynolds had a lengthy conversation about. Wanted to make sure that's what happened. He didn't try to interfere with him. Umpire said he interfered. Then they moved the runner, who had already went past third base, all the way back to second base. And I guess that's the rule. That's the rule on interference, is that you got to go back where you started.
That would be Spencer Stamey.
That seems kind of backyard ghost runner type stuff to me when you go all the way back to where you started. Because no matter what would have happened on that play, anything that would have happened on that play, Milton, he would have been at third base.
Right. No matter what happened.
No matter what happened.
But anyway, that was the rule we were told was the official rule. So it ended up a double play, 2 outs. Stamey put all the way back to second, and the next batter up, Beam, struck out, and Cherryville was out of a good start there. So Cherryville went on later to score a couple more runs in the ball game. And but the Braves, with their backs to the wall last night and tonight, they've done it to Cherryville both
nights. They did it to Caldwell County. They were down 2-0 in the best of 5 and won 3 straight, and now they're looking for their 3rd straight win against Post 100. And Post 100 tomorrow night, Milton, is all hands on deck. It's got to be, with Blake Mostetler should be ready, and so should Dylan Hastings, maybe in a relief. I would imagine Blake would start. Dylan would be relief. But it's got to be all hands on deck. It's Game 7, and they got 5 days of rest ahead of them if they win. So we'll see. We'll see all we got tomorrow, hopefully, from Post 100 at home.
All right. Well, it's time now for our Medical Center Pharmacy MVP of the game tonight. And the nod is going to go to first baseman Chandler Jenkins.
Yes.
Made some fine plays at first. He was on base 3 times tonight, reached on an error. Then he singled in the 4th. He had an RBI triple in the 6th and a sac fly for an RBI in the 8th.
So Chandler knocked in all the runs for Post 100 except one.
Yeah, all but one. You're right. And he reached base in the 2nd inning on an error when Cherryville scored its first run of the game off Weekly, who was already on base that inning. So he helped get Weekly over in the scoring position that inning. So anyway, final score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard was the Gaston Braves 4 and Cherryville 3. You heard it on the B-Square Construction Post 100 broadcast, and now that'll wrap up our College Building Supplies postgame show.
I was about to say, you've been listening to the College Building Supplies postgame show. Don't forget, folks, please thank all of our sponsors for everything they do. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be allowed to watch these games or watch them for free online. So thank our sponsors. We had some people in Statesville tonight commenting and saying they wish they had this in Statesville.
Oh, yeah.
A
lot of teams would love to have what Cherryville fans are getting. All right. Well, for our cameramen who do an outstanding job every night tonight, Shandy Clark and
Clint
Spencer. I was about to say Spencer Stamey.
His Twitter name is Spencer Clint.
Okay. And for Kevin Hastings, Milton Baker saying so long until tomorrow night. And remember, Post 100 Baseball, a production of KTC Broadcasting. That'll wrap it up tonight. We'll send you back to WOHS for programming in progress. Good night.